Righty, righty. I think we are live. Sometimes I get an email from YouTube and sometimes I don't, but I think we are live. So, welcome everybody to a special Sunday afternoon session where I come back on to finish out all readings from this morning. I didn't get to any free readings this morning. I got through most of the donations. I just have like a handful of donations, and then I didn't get to any of my YouTube channel monthly member free readings, and then none of the non-channel monthly member readings at all as well. But we'll get into all of them and complete them all in this session. It's something like I like to do on Sundays because I know not everyone is able to make a donation or be a monthly member. So sometimes I don't get to a lot of free readings over my Friday and Saturday sessions. So I like to make sure at least you get a message from Spirit sometime during the weekend. So Sunday is the day. Dun, dun, dun. You'll notice there's no chat in this session. I don't take any new requests in this session. It's simply to complete all the ones from this morning's sessions. I will be back on Friday, 6 p.m. for more free readings. If you're interested in diving deeper and having sooner readings, if you become one of my YouTube channel members, I have a Zen Cricket at $2.99, Praying Mantis at $7.99. We meet on Wednesday nights all together for more readings, a couple hours. And then on Thursdays, my Praying Mantis level, they get a separate couple hour session. And then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday sessions, they get an hour after those as well. In addition to being prioritized on Friday and Saturdays, we always make sure to complete their monthly their readings as well, if you're a monthly YouTube channel member. So not bad for $2.99 or $7.99 a month, right? So if you're interested, you could take a look at the description box. There is a link to become a member. You also get advanced access to all of my other videos that I put out, and I'm putting out a lot this year to help us through this amazing adventure we're going to have in 2025. Yeehaw! Also, I do offer personal readings. There's another link down there for that talks about all the different types of readings I offer and other stuff too. So if you're interested, check it out. All right. I think that's everything. We're going to continue to use this beautiful tarot deck, the Storyteller's Tarot. So you know what it looks like if you want to procure it for yourself somewhere. Pretty awesome artwork. All right. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start off with donations first. I have two for Nelia. And Nelia, you also had a free reading. I'm going to just tag it on to the end of that. So you'll have 3 readings in a row. Free reading, of course, is just 1 or 2 cards. It's a little shorter. So you have that. And then we have Nova Rodriguez for your last donation. And those are the only donations I didn't get to, I believe. I hope so. And then we'll go into the YouTube channel monthly member. They get prioritization, their free readings. So we'll have Moonlight 5 and Faith and Love. Your free readings will be that. And then we'll start into all of the other free readings that I did not get to. So hang in there. These first ones take a little longer. The rest of them go faster because they're just 1 or 2 cards for free readings. All right. So let's dive in. And thank you guys again for your patience in getting to these readings. You guys are awesome. All right, so Nelia, thank you for your first donation. And you wanted to know a true love general reading. And will you meet your true love organically or online? Time frame if they are willing to tell us, right? Time frames are usually ranges anyway. A lot of it depends on our own energy and their energy too. But let's take a look here. So true love, what do you want Nelia to know about true love right now? Okay, get those. And then will you meet them organically or online? In person or online? Nope, none of those. In person or online. And then any time frame, please. Time frame. Okay. So First up, True Love General Reading. Um, and these are these. So, well, you have the King of Hearts here. This is my compatibility card. One of them. It's they roll over the heart suit with the Queen of Cups, but all the kings get a second portion of swords, thinking behind there. So they're this balance of thinking and feeling. They're not so in their head that they don't know what an emotion is, and they're not so emotional that they're a mess and unstable. It's a beautiful balance. They're intelligent, they can communicate their feelings, and they're not afraid to feel and share their feelings either. So, great energy. It's like you have this individual who is so compatible. You guys fit like a glove, and you both see it that way. You're like, wow, we're different enough, but we have enough in common that we're just a great bond, and it's a great match for you. So I like that. What else about them? Yeah. I feel here with the King of Swords, it's the King of Spikes, they call it in this one. They are, I feel like there's someone that they're very educated, they're very knowledgeable, very wise, but there is something, this energy that I'm picking up around being involved in teaching, training. They could be like a college professor, a teacher, a trainer, something like that. But they very much are intelligent and able to communicate. So they're great communicators, but I feel like they communicate knowledge. So I like that kind of energy. We also have the judgment card here. So this is like they're living their calling. Um, they really, I feel like when you meet them, they've gone through already this transformation where they used to have a different type of job and they were doing it because that was the thing to do and blah blah blah. It's the logical thing. But then they were like, no, I want to be a college professor. It takes time to get up to making good money and having tenure and all this kind of stuff. Because you have to get your, I think you have to get your master's, maybe even your doctorate. So it's like a long journey to get there, but they did it, and they're in that space of having done that. So I like that. Some great energy that they really, my dream is important and this is my passion and my calling, but they're very also, again, able to communicate very well and communicate their feelings. So I feel like that's an important thing for you. So, I feel like that's what they want you to know, kind of just a little bit of a doot about them. Are you gonna meet them organically or online? Organically, you got the pentacle suit, which would be the physical world. When I secretly on the inside said, "Okay, if it's online, it's gonna be spikes or swords. If it's gonna be in person, it's gonna be pentacles or earth or coins." And you got you're gonna meet them in person. So, there you go. Time frame, if we can here. Well, yeah. So you got the two things. One, the Queen of Wands talks about energy and intention and focus. So it is a range. They're kind of keeping timing more elusive for you right now. Excuse me, but because it is about whatever you focus on, right? And we talk about energy all the time. If I focus on, I want love, I need love, I fear I won't find love, pushes it further away, makes it longer for us to meet them because our energy is telling the universe, I love wanting, but not having. I like what the wanting feel. Instead, if you're like, all right, creator, I love who you're going to be bringing for me. It's going to be perfect person, perfect timing, perfect way, so thank you. I want a relationship. I've asked you. Now I'm just going to have gratitude. And the more you raise your love vibration and work on your own self love, the faster they come to you. And the more they're working on it, so that's what draws you guys faster together. The other card we want to talk about is the Six of Hearts. It's the past life, one of my past life cards. So you guys have had past lives before. You have this connection. When you guys meet, you're going to know it's them right away. because you, as I sometimes I joke that the we recognize past life connections because uh, it's like they glow in the dark and they have a rainbow shooting out of their butt. And I'm like, oh, that must be them. It's that obvious, this pull and this comfortability and this familiarity that we have, this knowing, like, I know you from somewhere. And they're like, I think we do. And you find out, no, you don't, not in this lifetime, but in past lifetimes. So you have that kind of connection that comes in there. So, timing and when we're concerned around time, and we put too much energy on that, it pushes it further away too, because we really get to a place of self-love when we realize, whether I find someone in my life or not, it's not going to matter. It doesn't define who I am. And when you become comfortable with, thank you, Creator. I know you're going to bring me someone, but I'm going to live life and enjoy life. And it's in living the passion of your life that you meet them out there while you're living life. If you're looking for love, like looking online or doing whatever, it's like you're trying to fill a position in a corporation, taking applications, doing background checks, interviewing them to find who's going to be a good fit to fill this position in your life. And it's about living your love, living your life. And when you're doing that, you meet them out there. That's the organic way as well. So that's what they have for you right now, Nelia. I like that for you. So many blessings. Thank you again for that donation. And for number 2 donation. And this one is, how will the mortgage rates be like for you here this August? Your mortgage is up for renewal. What will it be like for you? All right, great. Well, of course, disclaimer, I'm no financial master, guru, professional financier person or whatever. Disclaimer in the description box of the video. Tarot is for fun, and but we'll see what Spirit says. All right. So August mortgage rates for Nelia. What are we looking at on mortgage rates? Okay. And then what is it gonna be like for you? Let's take a look here. All right. So we do have here, yeah, definitely do something before September. September with this 9 of scepters, the 9 of wands, there's this barrier in September. And so the 7 of hearts, I feel like the mortgage rates with the 7 of hearts, I just feel like there's mixed emotions around it. And by that, I feel like, mortgage rates kind of, there's different levels by, if you're willing to pay a little extra, you can get a lower rate on different stuff. And so I feel like there's like a variety of different combinations that can help you, because the 7 of hearts, it's like, but it's funny with the shoes, it's like sometimes you have to dance around stuff, or not jump through hoops, but it's kind of like that kind of energy. Sometimes you have to put on a little dance and do the little stuff to get the better rate. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here, but I feel like they're really saying here, definitely try to do something before September, if you're going to do it with that. Let's see what else they wanted here, because we asked, how was it going to be like for you? Yeah, do your research with the King of Swords here. So it's definitely about, do the math, do the working out of things, really do your research. Yeah, you have the 9 of hearts, so it is a dream come true. So I feel like you do end up, you're able to finagle, get a lower rate and help your financial situation. Yeah, the 2 of spikes. And this is about indecision, standing in between, well, this or this or this or this. Yeah, you even have the choice card with the chariot card, but it's movement, it's victory. And there is this, like I feel like you're going to end up going, okay, well, I could do this or I could do this. Close your eyes, open your heart, and go, all right, which one do I want to do? All right, I'm still drawn to this one. And I feel like with this chariot too, there's no wrong choice. From spirit's point of view, it's like it's neither here nor there. It's more um timing. I feel like the decisions, one shortens your loan, the other one, it's like you can pay a little more and shorten your loan, or you can um still have a lower interest rate, but and to lower your payments, they'll extend out your loan. Kind of a situation. It may mean not exactly that, but you get the feeling of like, okay, I can do this or this. The one that gives you the lower payment, the one that extends the loan further, that's okay. Don't worry about making it further, because with this King of Swords, there's your true love showing up in your this other reading. I feel like you won't have to worry about it, because I feel like you'll end up selling your home to move in together, because you're eventually going to, excuse me, hiccup, go that direction, even marriage. So don't worry about the length of time the loan is. If it helps lower your payments now and it ends it a little longer, it's okay. You're not going to end up being in there that long anyway. So I like that for you. So there you go. You ultimately get to make your own choices, though. Those are just uh, ideas. Okay. So those are your two donations. And then for your free reading, you want any messages or advice from your guardian angels. All right, let's take a look here. Any messages or advice from your guardian angels. All right. Wow. Look at this. You've got Page of Hearts, Page of Cups, and Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles. 2 pages, upgrades, opportunities that are coming here. And following your heart, following your passions leads you to new opportunities in your outside world. And so they do here, and it kind of goes back to even the last mortgage reading about closing your heart, not closing your heart, closing your eyes, which is getting out of your mind, getting into your heart. Sorry, whoops, blah blah, knocking things around, and that allows you to move forward in some new opportunities, because your mind will kind of quash, no, 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 because the heart is like, I want to do it, and then mind, no, 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 doesn't make sense, not logical. People think, blah blah blah. Our mind will be, every party has a pooper. That's why we invite our brain to party poop on our heart wanting to do things right, and it saves us from some danger and some stuff sometimes, right? But in this case, spirit is really saying it's a great time to follow your heart and let your heart at least have an equal footing at the table of making decisions, if not a higher percentage, because it's time to follow your heart, follow your joy, like getting out there and living your passions. Even your love reading was about not, mind, but go live, go adventure, creativity, go and get out and do things, find hobbies, creative ways to express yourself. So that's their nudge for you to get out of your head and get out of structure and get into some trouble. No, get out there and enjoy, follow some passions. So that's what they have for you right now, Nelia. That's your free reading. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Supernova, thank you so much for your multiple donations. This was your number 3. And you were wondering, what else would Kurt, your spirit guide, want you to know? Right. They had gone tarot earlier, but now they're wanting to go oracle because you know how Kurt is. So we're returning to the earth magic. Let's see what he wants you to know. Obviously, it's that one. Wow. All right. Wow. You are a lotus flower. Unfoldment. It's amazing about, they might talk about this when I read about this card, but the lotus flower is an amazing, it grows out of mud on the bottom of a lake or a pond, right? and it grows, and then the blossom during the day is above the surface, but at night it closes up and pulls underwater to conserve its energy and process all of the sun and all the nutrients it took in for the day. But it is this beautiful energy, which I'm sure I'll talk about in here. So I'll stop blabbing about it and get to the book, Kurt says. So here we go. So the lotus flower sits upon one of its leaves, having risen to the surface as the sun, held in the hand of God, invites it upward to the light. That's that it comes out of the from the darkness. This unique plant is rooted in the mud and muck at the bottom of a body of water, its stem reaching up to the surface where the leaves rest quietly. Here it goes. At night, the flower closes and sinks below the surface, only to rise with the daylight and once again gradually unfolding its petals, its stem extending above the waterline 3 feet or more. So, what we learn from this amazing plant is how our own spiritual path unfolds and opens to the light. Then, at times, gently folds in on itself for a proper rest when the daylight fades. Excuse me, this period is just as necessary as the growth, for it allows the plant to integrate what it has gained in nourishment during the day. It's also just as important that it is rooted, and it is yet another miracle of nature that something so exquisitely beautiful is formed from the mud and silt at the water's bottom. Wow. So you are a little lotus flower. His message to you is that your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you're aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest, like right now, right? It is a natural cycle, one that cannot truly be coerced or halted. It has an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. That's what's going on right now, right? Your steady faith, which is your trust in Creator and your spiritual posse and yourself, and your love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. So it's part of your process you're going through, but just keep in mind you are a lotus and the beauty that comes from this journey eventually. So that's what they have for you, Nova. So hang in there, my dear. It's a beautiful message. All right. So that's it for the donations. Thank you guys for your patience and those. The rest, like I say, will go faster here because free readings are just 1 to 2 cards. And I have 2 of my YouTube monthly channel members. They get theirs first. Excuse me. So we will take a look here. So Moonlight, you are up first. Your free question. Thank you for your donations earlier. Have you turned down your twin flame? When I have turned down 3 invitations to dates, um, when I have turned down 3 invitations. Oh, okay, so I see what you're saying. You're like, "Uh-oh, I've turned down invitations for dates." Was one of them one of your 2 twin flames? Let's take a look here. We'll ask them. I'm not feeling no. No. You would know. If it was your twin flame, you wouldn't be able to say no to them. You would just be so drawn to them. You're like, "I gotta find out who this person is." So I don't feel like you have, but we'll just get confirmation here. Is it just going to be one card? Yeah, it won't be a mental. The Five of Spikes is about mental conflict between your head and your heart, and so when here's your your two choices. Here's your two twin flames. Um, yeah, so you haven't turned down to your twin flame. And it's not that you can't say no, but you wouldn't wanna say no to them. It would be like it would be so hard to resist the energetic pull between, you and any twin flame. It's two magnets, and so you would just be like, um, yeah, you just wouldn't be able to say no in a way. That's how it would feel. I can't say no to this. I gotta go investigate. This person's so intriguing. Why am I so drawn to them? I gotta go figure this out. I'm gonna go have a date. So, don't worry, you haven't bypassed them by. All right. So that's what I was joking earlier. Usually when we come across a twin flame or someone in past life kind of connections, it's like they're glowing in the dark and they have a rainbow shooting out of their butt. It's so obvious that it's a no-brainer when you're like, "Oh, there they are." Yeah. All right. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, Moonlight. So many blessings. And then faith and love. You are up. So what is coming in for you in love this week? All right. Why do I have the love boat theme playing again? Um, yeah, it's love, exciting and new. Nope, none of those. None of those. Well, is it just one card? What is this about here? Okay. Well, this is why. It's Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. This is really focusing on you over this next week. So what's coming in for love is this focus about yourself, focusing in on your self-love, focusing on nurturing you, um, transforming any of the stuff they were talking about. You had the Eight of Coins that was popping up, but it's reminding me of the Eight of Cups. Did you get the Eight of Cups yesterday or the day before? But it's about clearing out your own emotions, doing emotional inventory, looking at what kind of like just doing some journaling, doing some self reflection, allowing some charged emotions to um, flow and become uncharged and transformed. So you're getting some emotional energy back, looking at where you're no longer going to invest energy into relationships of the outside world, going, because I'm giving, I'm keeping these alive. If I unplugged my love, the relationship would die. It's like I'm the one giving all the energy or majority of it. And no, I don't need to do that anymore. So I feel like you're withdrawing and spending and giving yourself a lot of the love that you deserve to have. You're raising your self-love and your awareness of self-love. So that's the big thing for this week. I don't feel like there's movement and towards like a life partner or anything like that. I just feel like it's all about you this week. So spoil yourself. You deserve it. All right. So that is what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. So let's take a look here. So we got about, what is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-ish or so free readings. So we'll be going through those. So hang in there. After I'm done, I will be posting a um, a comment on this video listing the order in which all the readings were completed so you can zero in and find where yours is, because you can jump in and go, who is he on? Oh, he's on them. Oh, they're two before me, so let me skip ahead a little bit. There I am. You can find it faster that way. All right, so that is what is coming in there. Let me just make sure here. Okay, so up first we have Patricia. Hello, hello. And, thanks for the clarification on, your sister. It was the wine sauce that might have got you a little, "Ooh," but yeah, I don't think it was that, so that's good. Thanks, for that it's not her cooking. She's a great cook. Obviously, if she's using wine sauce in her pasta, ooh la la. Mine's like, macaroni and cheese. All right, so your message for the a message for the week you would like. Your physical purge was a doozy. You're so funny. All right. So let's take a look here. A message for the week. Okay. That's a lot. I'm just going to take a quick sip here of my peppermint tea. Were you ever called Peppermint Patty, Patricia? From Charlie Brown? All right. So let's take a look here. Message for this week, please, for Patricia. Okay. 1 and 2. All right, look at this progression of the 3 of Pentacles to the 4 of Pentacles. So this is a nudge about being true to your authentic self and allow yourself to, you know, be engaged with others. It's about community, connecting, but even with connecting with others, it's still not trying to fit in and try to be like everyone else, but to be this true trueness of you, because that brings this stability in the outside world with this 4 of coins, the 4 of pentacles. And it does tell us here too, there's this great um, awareness of tarot, with the minor arcana when it goes from the ace to 3, 4, 5, 6, all up to 10, and then up to the royalties. When we get, the aces are introduction, here we go, here's the gift, or we're beginning something, and then we move into a duality of understanding our power. And then we move into threes, which are creativity, but it's also obstacles can come up. In this case, pentacles, obstacle can come out into the outside world. But it brings us something that helps bring freedom to take us to the stability of number 4. We're in that for a while until then number 5 comes in. It brings something else to be looked at. Think of like odd numbers as there's 2 on each side, like with a 5, but then there's an obstacle in the middle. A 7 is 3 on each side with an obstacle in the middle, etc. So the odd numbers do bring us some challenges and some insights. And so I feel like there's something, a physical obstacle that may come up next week that just allows you to question something, to free a long held belief that allows you to move forward. It allows you to go into that stability. So it's just know when an obstacle comes up, it's not happening to you. It's not because you did something wrong. It's for you to help bring freedom and flow, and that's how we progress and move up. With each of those obstacles, it helps us grow into helps us grow into new flow. I like it. Gonna have to use that from now on. So hopefully that helps, Patricia. That is what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. And up next, we got a little group of here on the screenshot. So we've got morning. You are up. So general career for this upcoming week. Excuse me. So I got that. All right. So, all about your career this upcoming week. You've got the 2 of coins, 2 of pentacles. There's 2 pathways that are like waiting for you. And one of them seems like the safe way to go. The other, it feels like you've had this blockade with the 9 of scepters, the 9 of wands, and it just feels like there's something that's been holding you back, with that. This Leo, I think this is the Leo, constellation. It's definitely bringing me that energy anyway, but it's about not wanting to be seen or not wanting to try and fail in front of people. And so whatever this has been about holding you back, whatever this obstacle may be, it just feels like that type of energy. Just know that stepping into your power, normally the 9 of Wands will have 9 wands across it blocking a path. But if you reach out, one of those is your Ace of Wands because you're the magician. You're the powerful one that can bring things and focusing your energy. And when you step into your power, going, I'm the one that gets to decide, I can put energy behind this. I've got everything within me to make my dream come true, and I'm going to go do it. Then that when you take that wand, it leaves a hole in the wall which you can just walk right through. And so I feel like this is what they want you to know about your career, for this upcoming week is that there's one path that feels safe and yeah, that's what I should do, supposed to do. What will people think if I don't do that and I want to go do this other thing? But you'll become bored, you'll become stagnant, feel like you're existing if you don't go for the gold. So I feel like that is something that they want you to just be aware of this week. It'll always keep coming around. If you're like, well, no, I'll choose the safe route, the path will bring you back to it. You'll always have this decision point. You'll keep coming back to, and it's going to become harder and harder and harder to not choose that other path because we come to a point in our life when we're not being true to our authentic self, we get this ugly feeling inside. But when our fears outweigh that ugly feeling, we don't act on it. When our ugly feeling of not being true to our authentic selves outweighs the fear, that's when we take action. That's why it keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. It's like eventually I'm going to do it, but not yet. But I feel like you're getting closer to this. I'm ready. So that's what's coming in here. And I like that for you. All right. So many blessings, morning. Pardon me. Okay. And then Melissa Hudzik. Hey, dear. So is there sort of lingering attraction and chemistry between you and Mark, or is it just your impression? All right. Let's take a look here. So is it obviously there is on one side of the equation here, but is it on both sides? So is there lingering attraction and chemistry? So that's you, the card that came out, I believe. Okay, and there is Mark. All right. Yeah. So you have the 2 of spikes. So you do have this going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Your head and your heart are battling regarding them. They have this 9 of scepters, the 9 of Wands. I just put it back in, it came flying back out. This is, Wands energy is attraction. So I do feel like you guys still have this attraction and this chemistry. So they do have it there, but for Mark, there is something blocking it. The 9 can be like a barrier. And in this case, I do feel like I felt block energy. So even though it's there, there is something that's holding them back from wanting to act on it and to go forward with it. Let me just pull one clarifier. Because I'm gonna go, what is that? Can we get nosy? Can we get nosy? I just want to. Yeah, well, they got a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff hidden below the surface here, a lot of old emotion and this desire to be alone and they're in a big self-reflective state here. So they're just kind of trying to figure out things and I don't necessarily feel like it'll go anywhere. I don't feel like it won't either. I'm not getting like a necessarily abandon this and flee, woman, what are you doing? But there is this question of, do they align with your energy? Do they align with who you are? Instead of going, do I align with them? No, do they align with who I am and who I want to express myself as? Because that can help between your head and your heart. Because your head is like, it's rules and precautions and safety that it's trying to do, and your heart's like, but I love everything and everyone, and I'd like to be with them, but I could also be with them. You know, and I could also be with them because love is in here and it can be with anyone. That's a big aha, right? We generate the love and the emotion in here when we're with different people. You know, when you realize, like, when I looked at all my 5 longest term relationships, and I go, the love I was feeling was the same for each and every one. But was drawn to them for different reasons, but the love I felt was the same. And I'm like, oh, because that love was in here. We can generate that love, that self-love too. So something to think about. But that was your answer to your question. All right. So many blessings, Melissa. Take care. All right. And then Aniket, hello, hello. So a love reading. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want to know about single Aniket? All right. Well, you do have a new opportunity that will be coming up with this Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Hearts, past life connection. So there is a lot of this energy that's going to be coming forward for you. And, this is someone that you're going to meet, and it's going to be very obvious. You're not going to have to wonder, I wonder if this person is that past life connection, because you're going to feel like this draw. It's going to be so comfortable, so familiar. And I've been joking several times here during this session. They glow in the dark and they have a rainbow shooting out of their butt. This is past life. We're like, whoa, it's that energetically, the draw is there. So you won't have to guess if it's them or not, because it's going to be that obvious. And it is coming soon. The Ace of Pentacles is about new opportunities opening up in the outside world. Its ranges, but I feel like it could be next week, could be up through March. So I just feel like that kind of ish type of energy of a range. And how can you bring it sooner? By focusing on our own self-love, right? We always say that when we raise our love vibration, it speeds things up and it draws things to us, because all the stuff we experience in the outside world is a mirror for us to turn us inward to our self-love. So if we're turning inward to our self-love, and focusing on it and investing a lot of our energy on that, that's what draws all these um, other experiences to us faster as well. So that's what they have for you, Anaket, right now. So many blessings to you. And then we have Sean G. Hey, Sean. So guidance for the week. So I must take a sip here. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know for this week? Guidance for this week. Can you have that one? Where was the other one? That was this one right here. All right. So have the Sun card here that's shining bright upon you over this next week, bringing blessings. It's almost like the bluebird of happiness, but you have the phoenix of happiness. Seven of Hearts shows that there's a great opportunity. In fact, it's almost like 7 days of 7 different emotions of these things. And what it's telling me is, like, if you are wondering where to invest your energy and what to do, I feel like you have all these 7 options. Like, there's a lot of ways of, like, oh gosh, there's so much I want to do and all that. You can't go wrong with the Sun card in here. There's no wrong choice. There's no bigger choice, no lesser choice. They're like, so choose whatever you want, because it brings you are under like this bright uh, spotlight of victory in a way. It's like next week, it's like you have this, you've been blessed with a special anointing of victory and success, and whatever you touch, it turns to gold. And so it's like, yeah, do as much as you can next week with the 7 of Cups. It's like you have this great opportunity, this window of next week of so many things that can bring so many blessings. It is like you're You're charmed. That's the kind of word I was looking for. You're charmed over this next week. So go do it. Go do all the stuff that's on your heart. And it just boom, 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 boom. Wonderful stuff. So I like it for you, Sean. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then we've got Nikita. You are up. So a general reading for you. Let's take a look here. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So, there is some fears here with the Seven of Spikes that have stolen opportunities, deceptive thoughts that might have drawn deceptive people into your life too. You know, we can, like, if we focus on, oh, I don't want someone who cheats and who's deceptive. I don't want someone who lies. I don't want us focusing on, I don't want, our energy is going attracting to it. So it's like this wild Black Panther cat is here, and we're like, whatever you do, Black Panther cat, don't come over here. I don't want you to come over here. And the Black Panther's going, what? You want me to come over there? Okay. That's what our energy does. So I like this, that they're saying, question these deceptive thoughts that you have about your worth and about um, things being stolen from you, and that people are deceptive, and, any of that kind of lower vibrational energy. It's a good time to surrender that and release that and go, you know what? The Six of Scepters, the Six of um, Wands is all about victory and movement and flow. And it's Capricorn. I think that looks like the sea goat here. That's Capricorn constellation, which is the big thinker. It's the devil card. It's um, Saturn shaking and rattling our old ways of thinking. And in releasing that, there's always a reward that comes afterwards. And that's what Saturn does. It goes, if you'll do this work, if you'll question these beliefs you have, there's freedom and there's reward, and it's worth it. And there's this victory, and it shows that you can overcome these things. So whatever is feeling like an obstacle, feeling like an attack, feeling like alarms are going off, things are triggering, it's happening for you so that you can see them, transform them, dismantling those triggers, which brings you flow and victory. So whatever this is going on, that you're seeking for, just ask yourself, what am I fearing? Whenever I have those feelings bubble up, and yeah, I still have those. I'm not, an enlightened master or ascended master where I don't have human emotions. Trust me, we still have those stuff. But I ask myself, when I start to feel this rise of that lower vibrational fear, what am I trying to control? Right? What do I think is broken, or that needs fixing? Okay. Um, what am I fearing? Is there as well. There's usually a fourth one. Say, what am I fearing? What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix? Oh, what are my expectations? What are these thoughts about that's supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be? All those things are rooted in fear. And when I get to the root of it and understanding, because I'm trying to control something, because when my little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, I try to control everything so that I can feel safe, right? And so I'm fearing something because I feel unsafe or out of control in something. So that's when I'm trying to control things. If I'm trying to fix something, it means I think something is broken. It's not being what it should be. Again, that kind of brings expectations in. But it's like, how do I know that this isn't perfect for me? What gift is in this for me that I can learn about myself? So you can look at those things, and there is victory, and there is transformation, and victory and transformation and reward that happens because of that. So hopefully that helps, Nikita. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, let me bring some more of these over here. Boom, boom, boom. Bring these closer. So Minahil, you are up next. So that's good for now. So Minahil, you just want to know, Will your future spouse be dominant or controlling? Now, of course, refer back to your reading that you had all about your spouse, right? Because that's one of the questions you had asked leading into that, and they did talk a lot about it. So I would rewatch that reading again because it'll bring a lot of clarity in about why are we focusing on that, right? Because that was one of the big things they talked about is fear. I fear that they're going to be dominant or controlling. All right, what are we're getting drawn into the lower vibration, right? It's like, oh, okay, that's right, that's right. So go back and listen to your reading. It's going to bring you back into your positive vibes as they talk about their personality and everything that we have there. I'll still pull a card because we know that they're not. With your reading, they were not dominant or controlling. They are um, I mean, just everything we talked about how they're, you know, a free spirit and they're building their own business and they went away for school and everything that they're doing. They're not a controlling personality, and I believe we talked about those things in there. Yeah. Page of Hearts. No, they've got a heightened sense of love, of self-love, and only people who are insecure in themselves need to feel like they need to dominate others and control others, right? When our little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, it's going to do a lot of stupid, uncompassionate, unloving things to try to feel in control and feel safe. That's why we have bullies. Bullies are feeling unsafe because they're being bullied at home or they're feeling out of control in other areas. So they try to feel like they're in control in other areas. They're not like that at all. I mean, definitely go back and listen to the reading again. And if you lost your link, let me know. I'll give it to you. I think I still left it out there on that comment. I didn't remove it yet. But make sure, definitely go back. Spirits like go back and watch that again. Every time you fall into fear, go back and watch that video again because they have so much that they gave you about empowering you and seeing the awesome sauce as they say that they are. So they're not perfect by any means, but definitely not that extreme lower vibration, right? They're human. They'll have lower vibrational moments like all of us, but they're generally a being of light and joy is who they are. So that's what they have for you, mini heels. So enjoy. All right. And then musical beer, you are up next. So Taurus's current thoughts about you. Let's take a look here. So Taurus's current thoughts. So we're going into their brain, not their heart. What are they thinking? Of course, realize that whatever's going on in here for any of us uh, is all filtered with our life and our conditioning and our own experiences, right? We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So if I'm in a funky mood, everyone's funky. If I'm in a loving mood, everyone's loving, right? All right. Oh, well, we might as well ask how they were feeling because you got two cups cards, two feeling emotional cards. So they do see here Page of Hearts, a heightened love, Two of Cups, all about relationship and love. And Taurus, of course, ruled by Venus, they have a natural switch that switches into love really fast too. They have that grounded Venus, goddess of love energy that rules over them and over their lives, being a sun sign in Taurus. It's that. So the love and the senses and all that are huge for them. But that's what they just see you as someone that's not normal for love. You're like a step above. And the Two of Hearts, they do see you as a very important relationship in their life. Now, depending on their insecurities, depending on their how they feel, about themselves and the amount of self-love they have, that can be intimidating. Not that you're intimidating, but they're intimidated by wow, can I keep up with that? That's wow, you know. So sometimes they can end up putting you on a pedestal and that can make it awkward. But you're like, listen, I'm human too. But you're a huge heart and they do sense that. So I love that about you. Right. So that's a little tidbit of what they have for you right now. Musical beer. So many blessings to you. And then we have Infinity. Hey, hey, hey. So, will you be accepted this year into the program you applied to? Yeah, much love and blessings to you too. All right. So, let's take a look here. Will you be accepted this year to the program that you applied for? Okay. Eventually, look at this. You got Queen of Pentacles, self love, and um, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. It's following your heart, right? That's what you're doing with pursuing this. They're like, you can never go wrong following your heart. And it is about birthing and abundance. Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And I like this for you. Now there is a little subtle message in the Seven of Pentacles too of sometimes when the fruit starts to grow, sometimes we're like, is that really where I want to go? Is that really what I want to do? So make sure you're following your heart. Make sure you're following where you're wanting to go. And if you're like, yeah, this is absolutely where I want to go, then it's just a matter of time before you get in there this year. It's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree. Things are progressing. It just feels like it's from your perspective, probably taking forever. But I definitely feel victory with the Queen of Pentacles there. So I like that for you, Infinity. And that's what they gotcha for you. So many blessings to you. Right, just move some more over here. We're grooving on down the road here. Thank you guys for your patience in getting to your readings. All right, I think that's enough over here for now. So now we've got triple Gemini. That's a lot of air. So I am doing great. I hope you're doing great today too. And you'd like to tell you if you have love coming in soon. Absolutely. Let me take a look here. So sorry. Hold on a sec. Excuse me. Just a little frog trying to come back here. So, okay, now I can talk and breathe. So let's take a look here, Triple Gemini. Do you have love coming in soon? All right. I wanted that one too. So let's see what we have here. All right. You do. Now, these first two cards that came up here, you got the Six of Coins, and you got two sixes, which for me says you're on the right track. You're on the right path. It's a very flowing energy. Six of Coins is someone equal giving and receiving, although there might be just this, just a little bit of a nudge of be aware of any codependent tendencies. And if you haven't seen this before, I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna give you a link to a video that I did around the Six of Pentacles because it's about freeing up the our out of balance giving and receiving um, rate of exchange that we have. Sorry, trying to do two things at once, not working out very well. All right, let me get back. Okay, now we're back. Because this is about sometimes we'll have like this perception, like when we're younger, especially 7 years old and younger, that I have to give so much to deserve so little. And it could be like parents or someone that was important. We felt like we gave a ton, we got back. And so as children, we're like, well, that seems fair. I'll give 1,000 love coins to get 1 love coin back. Sure, that seems good. Seeps down into our subconscious. It runs on autopilot till we question it. And so I feel like that's important for you to look into that just to make sure everything is you can bring it from 1,000 to 1 down to 1 to 1 so that you don't have this energetic field that's keeping abundance and love and things out of your life because your inner child doesn't feel like you deserve it yet because they're keeping track. Hatch marks on that 1,000 love coins. It that was reinforced a little too with the sun card being Leo energy. It's the inner child energy too. So shining some light with the sun on that part of your life is important, and it will bring in love. But it's important that you do that because when if this resonates that I've been an overgiver all my life, I have always had to give more at school, more with friends, more with family, more in relationships. Me give, 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 and no, no, don't give to me. Then there's some transformation that can happen there. I love the phoenix transformation, right? So that's important for you there. And then the 6 of Hearts is my 6 of Cups. It's the one of my past life cards. That's been coming up a lot in the session today. But this does tell you that you have a destined person that you're going to meet that you've had other past lives with, and you'll know when it's them. You won't. Feel so comfortable. A lot of it'll feel so familiar. It's like bumping into a best friend that you haven't seen in 1,000 years. And I've been said several times. I probably will say it a few more in this one, evidently. But they're saying, they glow in the dark. They have a rainbow shooting out of their butt, and you're like, there they are, because there's not going to be any doubt when you meet them who they are. So I like that for you, Triple Gemini. So be sure to check that out. Once I'm done with this session, I will be posting a comment listing the order in which all the readings were completed. I'll have it right next to your name there. All right. Okay. So that is what they have. Many blessings. All right. Let me just get reorganized here after I move stuff around. All right. And then Sudeshni, you are up. So, what is Jason's real intentions for you? All right, Jason, you better be honest because you're about to get busted out. Let's see here. What are their true intentions? Oh, none of those. Let's shuffle here. Sit into Jason's intentions. Jason. Why is Jason cloudy? Let's take a look here. What's going on with Jason here? We have the 10 of Scepters, the 10 of Wands. Let's see what else we have here. The 7. Okay, here's the cloudiness. The 7 of Hearts. They've got a lot of emotional confusion. And the 6 of Coins here too. So Sudeshni, I just talked about the 6 of Pentacles with Triple Gemini right before you. If you look down in the comments after I'm done with this session, I post a comment and pin it. There's going to be a a link to the 6 of Pentacles, just a short video. But this will help you understand where they're coming from here because they've got this 10 of Wands is they have a lot of energy and a lot of emotion that's going on inside of them. I don't feel like they know what their real intentions are. They're confused. They don't know what they want. And that's why you're confused about because I feel like you're getting a lot of mixed signals because they're like one moment I feel like they're a rubber band. They might be like, here I am, and then way far away, then here I am, and way, and you're like, I'm getting whiplash, dude. But the 10 of Wands is they're investing a lot of energy into a lot of these fears, these supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, have to be's. They have a lot of rules that they grew up with around relationship, and I don't know if they were had a lot of sisters or strong aunts or mom that was like this is who you need to be and what you need to accomplish and do and blah 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 blah. But they've got this, uh un unobtainable list of things that a relationship has to be and who they have to be and who you have to be and what a relationship needs to be, to where, there's this they have codependent tendencies here about overgiving and taking. And so that's why there's so much confusion and so much stuff happening here. But if you listen to that Six of Pentacles, you'll understand why they have such an out of balance giving and receiving, having to do with some unobtainable love that they were trying to get when they were children, too. And so they have a lot of hesitancy. They do have a lot of healing and forgiveness and transformation to go through here to clear all of this up. So I don't feel like it's going to be something that's going to remedy itself fast. So if you are like, I don't know exactly if I want to invest the time and energy into that, you don't have to. Because I don't feel like it's going to change fast. And I don't feel like they're going to get a lot of clarity around what their true intentions are until they get clarity on who they are and their value, right? So hopefully that helps, Sudashni. You're like, next. All right. So many blessings, my dear. Hang in there. All right. So let me move this one down here. This one has a few on it as well. So, Lucky, you are up next. So, your free question, the general outlook for January. Sure, we can take a look there. Also, if you haven't checked out your forecast for 2025, there's a playlist on my main page for that. I think I might even have it, maybe not in the description box of the video. We do have the solstice. I believe I have that playlist linked down below. But all those are available at the top of the page if you go to my main page under the videos, the playlist there. But yeah, can get some more information on the 3 months through the solstice and then your entire year through the forecast. All right, so what else do they want? Okay, for January. Boom. All right, look at this. Six of Pentacles keeps coming out. All right. For you here, I feel like you've already checked out that Six of Pentacles video that I've it has come out in the last 3 readings, the Six of Pentacles. I put them back in the middles, and then I shuffle, and then so, we have it here. If you haven't, if you're interested, it'll be down, um, next to Triple Gemini's name once I finish these readings and I post the comment, it'll be listed there. If you wanna just dive in and make sure there's anything else that you could learn about it, but this is about abundance. You got the Empress card. Um, Harvest, abundance, creativity, um, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself. But I do feel like um, just, the general outlook for January just feels abundant. It feels like when you connect with you and you nurture yourself and you focus in, that you just fill up and you're filling up, like feeling abundant, whether financially, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, whatever, and you're flowing out because you have enough. Here, this is you, and you're giving away to these other two little monkeys. So you have enough where you're able to flow and give. So it feels like a very abundant, full, overflowing January for you. But the key of it is returning to here and nurturing yourself, putting yourself in and filling up within you and allowing everyone else to have the overflow. Excuse me, not giving to everyone else and keeping the crumbs for you. It's you fill up and everyone else gets the overflow. So I like that for you, Lucky, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. I'm so sorry. My congestion seems to coming back as the sun is setting. So hopefully I don't turn into a werewolf or something. Okay. Up next, we've got is that Jeebus in YouTube or Jebus? All right. So Jebus, you'd like a general reading for the next weeks, please. All right. You know what? Let me throw a cough drop in here. Been talking a lot today, this weekend. All right. Let's take a look here. So, general reading. What do they want you to know about the next weeks? Okay. And that one. All right. So, you do have this change of belief around lack that is transforming here. The Five of Pentacles, the Five of Coins, does have this energy starting off of, fearing being left behind out in the cold, not having enough, not being enough, etc. But the Hanged Man, excuse me, is all about seeing things from a higher perspective, a different perspective. And the Five of Pentacles on its own even brings that energy a little bit because what it talks about is we experience abandonment, we experience lack when we depend on humans and think that humans are supposed to bring me or are the ones who bring me the abundance, the sustenance in my life. Because when a human feels unsafe and out of control, it goes into fight or flight mode, it goes into survival mode. It will pull the rug out from underneath you and going, I need everything to survive. I'm sorry, I can't support you anymore. Psst, it's all me. Well, when we realize the whole transformation of the number five, the number of change, changes our perspective around abundance and the lie of lack, is that we realize that it's the creator source that is the source of our every moment of our sustenance. And they don't just bring us bread and water and what we need. They always want to give us more because they love us so much. And obviously, everyone that's watching this, right? We have always had everything we needed, or we'd be dead right now. So we can learn to trust the creator, and we learn that, yeah, humans might be the delivery company that brings us stuff sometimes, but it comes from creator. And the more that we express gratitude for the creator for everything that they've given us and everything that we have, that changes our vibration, allows us this opening to receive more because our energy matches. If we don't, if we're in lack, then lack energy does not open up the ability to receive. It says, no, no, I can't. So changing that and looking at it from a different perspective, I feel will really is a lesson that you're learning, but something that you can really bring home over these next couple weeks. Okay. So that's what they have for you, Jebus. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Hot Sun, you are up. So what are Gary's feelings and intentions and next actions towards you and the bottom of the deck? We're fighting my voice leaving. Uh-oh. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to hack up here. All right. So we're pushing through. So let's see here. Gary's feelings, intentions, next actions, and bottom of the deck. All right. Bottom of the deck. Okay. Well, you've got the Three of Swords. Heartbreak and disappointment. Yay. Always great energy when we're asking about someone else, right? Well, well, let's just talk about these cards before we bring in the Three of Swords, that energy that's bubbling below the surface. But, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is a hermity type of card because it's nine is the number of the hermit. Coins and pentacles, that's the outside world, right? And so this is this energy of being separate and independent. And the Page of Spikes, the Page of Swords, is bringing about clarity, and some time apart can bring clarity here. But, when you look at the Page of Spikes, the Page of Swords has the Ace of Swords, which gives us the ability to see things from a higher perspective. It allows us to cut away some small t truths, some expectations of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be kind of energy, right? And that's what the Three of Swords are, is expectations, expectations. When we focus on fears, when we focus on who someone is supposed to be in a relationship, what a relationship is supposed to be, who we're supposed to be in a relationship, it sucks the life out of it. It sucks life out of anything that we have expectations around, because rather than focusing on the gratitude of abundance, of who someone is, what I love about who someone is, what I love about the relationship, what I love about me in the relationship, when I focus on those things grow. But if I have this long list that we're all given growing up, right? Supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be about this relationship, I'm focusing on what it's not being instead of what it is being. And the more I focus on what it's not being, what does that do? That's right, we grow it. More things we recognize that are not being. Whatever we focus on, we become experts at. So I can become an expert at finding out what's wrong with someone in a relationship and me. I can also focus and become an expert on finding gratitude around other people, situations, and myself. And trust me, one definitely brings different energy than the other, right? Which is obvious, right? So I feel like when we're looking at what are Gary's feelings, intentions, and next action towards you, that spirit is kind of nudging here, going, w- it's funny, your spirit guides get a little sassy and saucy, don't they? What does it matter? Well, their feelings, I need to know how they feel about me. Really? Or do you need to know how you feel about you and how you feel about them? You can't control their feelings anyway, right? What are their intentions? What does it matter? You can't control that anyway. What are your intentions? You can control that. What intentions do you have towards them? What are these fears? Because these concerns we have around that is a trigger for us to understand, what are my fears I'm having around? What am I afraid their feelings aren't? What am I afraid their intentions aren't? What am I afraid their next actions towards me aren't? You know, instead of gratitude for, I'm so grateful for these emotions that Gary has expressed to me. I'm so grateful for the feelings that this relationship brings me. I'm so grateful for the emotions that are inside of me around this relationship, right? I'm so grateful for what they have done. So grateful for that they do this, that they do that. That grows then, right? And needing to know the next actions is a can be an indicator of fear, right? I need to know what they want next. What does it matter? You get to choose the story, the emotion, the energy, the physical actions that you take towards their actions. Is it going to be a reaction out of fear, or is it going to be an action and a response from love, right? So there's a lot of awareness in this, and I know they're not giving you what you wanted here, hot sun. I'm not oblivious, but your sassy, saucy spirit guides are taking the opportunity to bring freedom and awareness around the situation for you here. Um, are they even letting me look? Because I love all of you guys. That's why I always try to get you what you're wanting here. Are they even letting me nudging past here? This independence card. They're a very independent individual, because when I'm trying to dive into their feelings, intentions, actions, I go into this hermit energy, and it just feels so shielded. And that's your spirit guides going, uh, what did I just tell you, brudda-zen? It's like, all right, I'll stop pushing for now, but sit with that, and we can always revisit next time around too, and just see. Because if you do some inner reflection, around that, then they're like, okay, we'll give you this now, but they're like, for now, right now, this is your important message. So that's what they got for you, hot son. You talk to them, All right. Much love to you. All right. And Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. So a love reading for these 2 months. All right. Let's take a look here. And hang in, everybody. I think we're down to probably maybe the last 10. We'll get there. My voice is hanging in there. All right. So Vidi, love reading for these 2 months. 2 months. 1 month, 2 months. So month number one, they're actually giving it each here. So month number one, you got the Judgment card here. And the Judgment card, endings, beginnings, but it's your higher self calling you to see things from a different perspective. And so I feel like your first month for your love reading here is really about your higher self wanting you to raise your love vibration, focus on your self-love, focus on your connection and your relationship with your higher self. They're like, come hither and talk with me and connect with this wonderful love I have for you, because I'm the love you're looking for. I'm the love of your life. Doesn't mean we can't have an experience of love with humans, but they're like, uh, I am the reflection of all your relationships. Or a better way to say that is your self-love, your connection with your higher self and your self-love and self-worth is reflected in all of your relationships. Because you can't love someone else more than to the extent you love yourself, your higher self, or receive love from others more than to the extent. So if you love yourself this much, no matter how much love you want to give, it's going to drip. And no matter how much love they want to give you, it's going to drip. So the more you expand this, the more this expands. So beautiful, beautiful connection here. Flowing ability to give and receive love to humans in a greater way too. So in a way, it's the best thing any of us can do about love in our life is turn to our self-love and expand it. Then it's just going to make everything and every relationship flow with love more. So they're saying first month, start with that. Second month, Queen of Hearts, a lot of love flow. This is you, Queen of Hearts. She's the master of emotion, a ton of emotion flowing. So it does show here that you become a conduit of love. And when you raise your love vibration, it draws love closer to you. So your second month, if you do the work of that, raising your love vibration in month one, then month two, you become this cornucopia of love. And then that gets reflected and you draw love to you. The more we raise our love vibration, the faster we draw loving relationships to us that are a higher vibration, whether it's romantic or best friend or family or whatever. It enhances every relationship. So I feel like that's the focus they have for you right now, VD. So many blessings to you. That is what they got. All right. Let me bring the rest of these over here. So we've got that one. And let's see here. I think I can fit them all over here if I squish them in. Okay. And that one. Sounds so mysterious when I whisper. All right. And that one. All right. So up next, we got Magana. Hey, Magana. So what do you need to know about your love life in 2025? All right. If you haven't checked out your 2025 energy forecast for your zodiac sign, um, there's one for each individual zodiac sign. But if you're looking specifically for love, you can check out your Venus sign and your moon sign. That'll tell you about your emotions. Love is Venus. Emotions are the moon, which is love and all other emotions too. So if you're interested, you can check those out. The playlist is on my main page, and my brudda-zen mystic tarot at the top, towards the top. think it's at the top. All right. Anyway, that way you can dive into it even more. All righty. So, wow. So, what you need to know about 2025 is the dream come true that you have for love is a bit tainted of your spirit guides. Some of you have very sassy. Everyone has sassy spirit guides, but some of you have extra sassy, and you have extra sassy. But that's what the Seven of Spikes, the Seven of Swords, talks about deceptive thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that cheat us out of things. And we can't help it. We're growing up, we're inundated and flooded with all these thoughts and beliefs about what love is supposed to be, what love should be, blah, 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 right? And we do a good job at filtering those out and doing our inner work and our shadow work, and we do that. But they like this year is the really getting to the heart of what a dream come true love life really would be. And the Nine of Hearts, nine is the hermit's journey, right? And in addition to being a dream come true card, it's also a card that points us back to finding our self love. I've been talking about that a lot today, but it's about, you know, how I feel about myself, my self love is reflective in all my relationships, especially my love life of romantic relationships, and because they mirror. And so if I'm focusing on raising my love vibration, I'm going to draw on people that reflect that love back to me. If I have a low vibration, then I've been drawing people in that reflect that to me, right? And this just the Seven of Swords is about deception. It's about not trusting. It's about being lied to. But if we experience those types of individuals in our lives, which probably most of us have, I know that when I did, I realized so much about myself, and I realized that they were showing me what I wanted to see about myself till I saw it. Byron Katie, and I haven't talked about her in a while, but Byron Katie, she has a YouTube channel and a website. Her YouTube channel is her name, Byron, Byron, and then Katie, Katie. I think you might know about her already. I feel like you might be saying, "Yeah, I know all about her. I love her." But if not, check her out. And then her website is thework.com, THEWORK.com. And she has this Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, which is all about mirroring. We throw up a situation through these questions, and then it shows us where inside of us this is existing to help us transform it. And I feel like this is a big year for you, where you release yourself from a lot of old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore regarding love, and that it just takes you to a whole new level where you're drawing in these amazing, amazing people, both best friends and lover and partner or whatever that you're searching for, to be able to be that mirror of expression of self-love to each other. And I like it. Instead of it's someone, I'm looking for someone to make me happy, I'm looking for someone who makes it an easy choice for me to choose to be happy. And I feel like that's kind of your journey this year. So that's the little bit of it coming in there for you right now. So a little tidbit, but definitely check out some of those other um, videos too for some deeper diver stuff. All right. So many blessings to you, my dear. And then Minu, hello, hello. Will you get married? And a time frame if possible. Let's take a look here. So, are you destined for marriage? Or when will you get married? Well, I guess they were asking, are you destined for marriage? And if so, when, right? Let's take a look. All right. Well, you have the Six of Wands, which is joy and, well, not joy. Well, it can be, but it's victory and success. So, yes, you will get married in this lifetime. When you've got the Ace of Spikes, the Ace of Swords. And when we get a card like that in regards to relationship, it's Ace of Swords is about seeing things from a different perspective. about seeing things from a place of gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. And it's double edged. It's a double edged sword because it also allows us to look at our long list of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's in life, where there's a lot of rules and expectations that we have, and those are the things that make relationships difficult, because we have this tendency to focus on what something's not being, instead of having gratitude for what we're loving about what's happening. And whatever we focus our energy on is what grows and expands, right? And so I feel like what they're wanting, time frame, I feel like is a little bit further off, because I feel like things are slowed down, giving you an opportunity to question these long held beliefs about who they're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, who you're supposed to be in the relationship, and to release yourself from a lot of these things so that it allows this place of gratitude and joy and growth, instead of lack, frustration, anger, resentment, revenge, kind of stuff. So I do feel, I like that they confirmed you have a destined marriage, but it's a range. And the more you work on that self-love and releasing those expectations and focusing on gratitude about what you love about your life and who you are, and even creator, I want a relationship and a marriage. Thank you so much for bringing that to me. I trust you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect way and the perfect timing. Releasing that and surrendering it, and then focusing on living and loving life, that draws it to you faster. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you right now, Minu. So many blessings. Right. And we have Alice is up next. So Alice, will you be fired from your current job in the upcoming performance review cycle? We can only hope so. What? Because I don't feel like you're living your dream, Alice. I feel like you're living a life as a prisoner in a work camp. And sometimes we don't leave toxic relationships, and we can have a toxic relationship with our job, our employer, because we fear. It's like when we're in a toxic relationship with someone and we're like, maybe this is the best I can do. Maybe I won't find other love. Maybe I should just stick with the devil I do know. And sometimes the best thing that can happen for us is to be released from these toxic relationships, and then we go and find what truly aligns with who we are. But let's take a look here, Alice. Wow, that was channeled. I didn't even have a card for that. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you got conflict coming in here. The Five of Swords. It is your head and your heart having conflict over this job, right? There is this, your mind fears and it thinks, well, I should stick with it because there's income. I need this, da da da. And your heart's going, why are we doing all this stuff we hate? There's something more. And then you do have the Page of Coins, a new opportunity opening up for money and job, and a change in the future. And you don't even have to wait for the next review cycle. I I feel like your spirit guides are going, girl. Here we go. More sassy spirit guides today. Girl, what you doing? Why are you hanging around this toxic situation? You don't want to be here. There's other stuff that's out there for you. Go look. Don't limit your search. Just go see what's out there. You don't have to quit your job without one. I understand that. But go look. Go see what's out there. Go see where your heart is drawing you. Where's your joy drawing you? And I feel like they're having you say, let's go that route. Because I feel like things are being made uncomfortable in your job to make it's if you ever heard the eagle's nest. Eagles make these big nests with all craggly stuff, and they make it all comfortable with furs and plants and cloth and everything, so the egg and the baby eaglets, are comfortable and not harmed. And they fly in food for them, of course. And then when it's time for these little eaglets to learn to fly, and to step out of the nest, the eaglets are like, whatever, bring me more food. This is too comfortable. Why would I want to leave here? And the mama and daddy eagle go, you got a good point. And they start ripping out the comfortable things so that the little eaglets are like, ow. And they get up on the side and they're like, fine, I'll learn to fly then. I feel like that's kind of what's happening with you, Alice. So it's not happening to you, it's happening for you because there's something so much more in alignment with who you are and what you want to do in life and that your heart wants to follow. And so follow your joy. It's going to lead you there. All right. So that's what they have for you, Alice. So many blessings to you. And then Ashvin Ray, hello, hello. What's coming towards you? A rock, look out. Just kidding. I start getting punchy toward Sunday evening. You guys just got to put up with me. I'm sorry. All right. So what is coming towards you? All right. All right. Well, it's not a rock. So you got the Two of Hearts. So you do have important relationship headed towards you here with the Two of Cups. You have the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Scepters. So there is this energy. The nine, is endings and beginnings, hermity energy, all intertwined. And this is an interesting combination because the Nine of Coins is about independence and being alone. Nine is the hermit kind of number and energy. Nine major arcana of the tarot, but the Pentacles is the outside world. So there's this stepping away for a moment, some alone time. And then the Nine of Wands is because this time alone and, getting to know your higher self too. The Two of Cups is expanding your relationship with your higher self, kind of opens a floodgate of passion and energy into your life. And so I feel like this taking some alone time, it's almost like you're getting like a invitation from your higher self and your spiritual posse. Come spend some time with us. We're going to release some amazing energy for you, and you're going to have some great awareness that just allows this floodgate to open into your life, some excitement, some energy, living passion, and it can draw in relationship. But I feel like right now it's an important time for you to kind of retreat into that space with your higher self and spirit, because I feel like they've got a lot of, in a way, it's like downloads and upgrades within you to show you about yourself and to just release and do some wonderful, wonderful transformation. So I love that for you. That's what they want you to know right now, Ashvin. So many blessings to you. All right, let me just make sure here that I have all these in order. All right, very good. So up next, we've got M. So just the letter M. Is that like in James Bond, M? They were the leader of the British Secret Service. Shh, don't tell me, you'll have to kill me. I know. So who's coming towards you in love soon? All right, let's take a look here. I tell you, I'm getting giddy and sillier as the moments move on here. But we're almost done. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more to go. So hang in there. All right. So who is coming towards you in love, Em? All right. Wow. I feel like there's 2 individuals. You got 2 knights that are coming forward here. So I feel like you're going to have this opportunity of 2 individuals. Now, neither of these feel like your forever person, as they say it, or the person, your soul partner that you'll end up with for the rest of your life. I feel like these are messengers in a way that are bringing you experiences that show you a lot about who you are, what you do want, what you're grateful for. what you appreciate, and kind of like, I don't want that either. So one with the Knight of Spikes, the Knight of Swords, that's someone that's in pursuit of higher education, the mind. So someone that you have great communication with, great conversations, hours, blah, 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 blah. And that's good, but they're very mental, not in a crazy way. Sorry, that's not politically correct, but you know what I'm saying. They're not like, whoa. um, they're but they're very in their head, big thinkers, probably an air sign or Capricorn, Virgo energy. And but you can have great conversations, but emotions, it's not so much there. Uh, so you're like, okay, I do enjoy a good conversation. So that's one thing I do like. You can focus on gratitude for that. Don't focus on who they're not. Focus on what you enjoy about them, because that's going to help you draw in someone that's a combination of all the things you love. The other one, the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, they're a very slow mover, but they're someone who's very abundant in the outside world. So they're very well off, um, and and very grounded, but very slow in moving forward. So, it's like, all right, I appreciate this about that. So I feel like these two that are coming in, um, spend some time, go on the dates, go on the conversations, have the interactions, because you learn a lot about yourself and, again, things that you can be grateful for. Because the more you're grateful for things and individuals, and even past people that you've been with, and I really love that about them. I really love that about them. I really love that about them. Doesn't mean you want to be back with them, but you're telling spirit with your focus on what you love that these are all the things you love in someone in a relationship, and they'll go, all right, so I'll bring you someone that has that and that and that, because you were grateful. But if you focus on what you hate about someone, that works the same way. Oh, you hated that and that, all right, I'll bring you someone with all of that, because that's what you're focusing on, right? It's like, oh, do. So gratitude, right? So hopefully that helps, Em, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. I feel like the Knight of Swords comes first and faster, and the Knight of Pentacles, being a slow mover, comes after that. And they might even overlap. You minx, you. Okay. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then Olivier Bagata, hello. So you'd like to ask, will things turn out better for the future for your family and you? All right. So let's look at that energy, right? As we're preparing the cards. When we think things need to be better, what are we focusing on, right? We're focusing on how something is not matching up to what I think it should be, right? So one big thing that we always talk about on the channel is if we focus on what something's not, we get more of the not. If I focus on what I'm grateful for of something that is, I get more of that, right? So kind of adjusting your mentality about the judgments that you're putting on your moment to moment life. If I'm focusing on things that are falling short, then I get more things falling short. So I feel like gratitude is going to be an important thing that will help transform things for you. Um, and there's this belief that if I feel like things should get better, then things aren't perfect in the moment. And if I think things aren't perfect in the moment, I'm trying to fix them, then what do I think is not matching up? I have expectations, right? I have some thoughts, some opinions about my life and with me and my family and whatever should be different. Well, instead of focusing on that it's wrong and bad and needs to be fixed, I can change the energy instead of feeling like it's happening to me. And that's lower vibrational kind of victim energy, right? I can look at and go, all right, why would I want this to happen for me? Is there a gift in what's going on? What is it showing me about my fears that can be released, the things I'm trying to control, the things that I feel are out of my control, and coming back to me? Because I can only choose and control my stories, my emotions, my energy, my actions, no one else's. And so, what am I fearing? What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix, right? What are those energies? Let's see here. Yeah. You have everything you need inside your heart, right? With the Ace of Hearts. When we look to the outside world thinking that all that needs to happen in order for me to be lovable, meaning I'm successful, meaning I'm not rejectable. The Ace of Swords, Ace of sorry, Cups is I'm the chalice. I got everything I need right inside my own heart. I got this love, this eternal unconditional love of the creator. And they got me. They love me. I got everything I need. Everything else is above and beyond extra. And unless I'm trying to define my worth by it, right? We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is also the quest of trying to find my worth and relationship to the outside world in a different way instead of me defining myself by relationships, situations, and things which are unstable, uncontrollable, temporary. I turn inward and upward to the Ace of Cups, which shows me I am everything. I fill up and overflow then. Then the world changes from a place of lack and falling short because I'm filling up on the inside. Anything on the outside's above and beyond extra. The world transforms into a place of abundance, right? So it is a time here with your higher self calling you to see things from a higher perspective, a different perspective, one not rooted in old small t truths, rooted in fears, opinions, again, supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be's. Those are all words that show us that there are these expectations, these small t truths rooted in fear. Instead, we see that I've got everything I need and this moment is perfect. And even though we're taught, oh no, but I need to have $100,000 in the bank. When is enough enough? Um, it's never enough when we're looking to the outside world to fill this. Once we fill this up and we're full and overflowing, then everything is above and beyond extra. So things are perfect right now for you, for you and your family. May not be matching up to your ego, what it thinks life should be. But when reality battles our mind, reality wins, but only 100% of the time, because reality is. And even though it's not matching up to our supposed to be, our should be, our expectations equal disappointment. And when we can start focusing on gratitude and joy and everything for what is in the moment, then that brings in and matches more. So hopefully that helps alleviate. So many blessings to you. Some very powerful, strong messages. I know. All right. And then we have Misha. Hello, hello, Misha. So, what will be your future profession? All right. Let's take a look here and see where you're currently headed with your energy. And oftentimes we're guided by our head or our heart. Rarely do we, in the beginning, have our head and heart in agreement of moving towards something. Our mind will tell you, well, this is what you should do because this is logical, it makes good money, blah, blah, blah. All these opinions we've gathered throughout our life. Then you have your heart who's connected to your high heart, which is like, this is how I uniquely want to share this amazing unconditional love energy in my heart with the world. And where can I do that, right? So the heart wants to go this way, the mind wants to go this way, but if you can get them both together and find out, okay, mind, my heart wants to do this. I'm going to use your amazing, brilliant ability. How can we make that happen? Then there can be this joining together, right? So let's take a look here. I feel like I wanted all you to know that before we even started here. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm crunching on my cough drop here. Well, you've got your heart's dream come true, right? You got the Six of Hearts, which is all about, again, movement of emotional energy. And you got the High Priestess that comes in here too, which the High Priestess steps back, connects to their higher heart, looks behind the veil, dives deep into their emotions to find out, what does my heart want? When we look at professions, it's interesting because, you know, again, that conflict we have between our head and our heart, we're like, well, there's so much that I should do, and should is an expectation. But our heart, if we try to figure out what the rest of our lives is, that's a lot for a human to try to figure out. But I read somewhere that it was really a wonderful quote, because it was something along the lines of, instead of trying to figure out the rest of your life, follow your heart. Where is your heart leading you in this moment? At this time in your life, where's your joy? Where's your joy drawing you? Where's your heart drawing you? And follow that. And then this is what this is basically all saying with all this energy, right? To go explore. What do I want to be? What do I want to do? What brings me happiness? What brings me joy? And if you're unsure, go explore, because that's part of the scavenger hunt of exploring. We don't get to explore uh, on the other side like we do here, because on the other side we just want to know something. We know it. Want to, what's it like over there? We're there. So there's this great adventure that you can go on to discover, what is it that makes me my heart sing and brings it joy. With the Six of Cups and the High Priestess, there is a lot of spiritual abilities that you have. So, if you have been drawn into past life regression, past life Akashic record type of things, or anything empathic, psychic, spiritual gifty type stuff, you have natural talents for it with those cards coming in. Um, so if you were wondering, I wonder if I could do a spiritual profession. If that's where your heart leads you, go explore it. Um, and live your heart is really what comes in here. So that's what advice they want to give you right now. They don't want to say, "Oh, this is your profession." They're like, it's the journey and finding it out that's exciting for you, right? There's also discovering your dharma is a good book by Sahara Rose. If you go to her website, I think it's I am sahararose.com. She's got some little quizzes too that are really helpful there. And under the different tabs, you can find out by answering just a few questions how you want to express your heart to the world. And it can provide a little extra guidance if you're interested. It's free there, but she has a great book too about discovering your dharma, your life purpose, with some great questions and guidance that can help you narrow it down a little bit too, if that helps. All right. So that's what they have for you, Misha. Many blessings to you. Right. And then we've got Macaroni. Hello. Will you get a job offer by next Friday? All right. Well, let's take a look here. Is it by next Friday? I've been getting 3 cards for each of you guys here. Well, you got the 3 of Hearts, the 3 of Cups, which is joy and celebration. Well, you got the 4 of Hearts, emotional stability, and you got the Magician, which is you have everything within you to make that happen. So I feel like there's great possibilities that, yeah, you can have a job by next Friday. The Magician does tell us though that be aware of where you're focusing your energy, because if I focus in on the fear and the wanting, the needing, desperation, or anything like that, that just pushes opportunities away. But if you're like, Creator, I want a job, and I'm so grateful you're going to bring me the perfect job, the perfect timing, the perfect way. So grateful. In fact, let me think about all the other jobs that I've had. What am I grateful for each one of those? Even write it out. That job I really loved that about that job. I was grateful about that for that job. I like that about that job. Don't focus on what you didn't like, because you're basically telling the universe, when you're focusing on everything you love about a job, this is the kind of job you want that includes these things. If you focus on everything you hated about jobs, guess what? They're going to bring you job offers that have all that. So it's like your energy focus is so important with that. Um, and if you haven't checked out I have the Magician's Portal reading that just came out. Actually, no, it came out on January 1st, which was 11 days ago. Can't believe it's already this far. I'm gonna put here, once I'm gonna be finishing up here in a moment, I'll put the link, just in case, next to your name in the chat, not the chat, there's no chat, in the, when I post the comment and pin it, everyone's names will be listed, and next to yours will have the Zen Gate 11 Magician's Portal. It has a great information on your energy and then also a reading there. So it'll give you some extra tidbits on that. All right. So it's looking good though. All right. So that's what they have for you. Macaroni, so many blessings. And then Momo7, hello, and thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome. Hopefully, we'll see you around some more. Thank you for your patience and getting to your first reading. You want to know, when will you meet someone romantically? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit has for you. So, when will you meet someone romantically? Okay. All right. Well, the two cards you got, well, let me just show you both of them at the same time. Because you have the Knight of Hearts, the Knight of Cups, which is movement of love, movement of emotion. So there will be romance sparked and it will be being drawn to you. But before that, we've got here the Eight of Spikes, the Eight of Swords. Normally, the Eight of Swords, you'll see someone with a blindfold, uh, with bound by a rope and standing in a kind of a semicircle of eight swords. And what this tells you, because this represents becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, this would be specifically, since you're asking about romance, what has blinded you and bound you and made you feel trapped and restricted from love. So there's some old ways of thinking that you can question. And these would be things that you fear around a relationship. And it's if you start to think about all the expectations you have around who the other person is supposed to be in a romantic relationship, what a romantic relationship is supposed to look like, and who you're supposed to be in a relationship, all these expectations that sound like supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, they're the cage that keeps the heart restricted and constricted. And when we have all these expectations, all this long list, we tend to focus on what something's not being, instead of having gratitude about who someone is, what the relationship is doing, and who you are in the relationship. If I'm focusing on what I love about it, it's expanding, it grows, it flows in, and it just continues to become wonderful. When I start focusing on what it's not, that grows. I start realizing more things that aren't working out, the things that aren't being done, and it just becomes less and less and less. Expectations sucks the life out of a relationship. It's like a candle, and you just put some on top of it, it eats all the oxygen up, and then it's done. So I like that, when they're talking about when you'll meet someone romantically, um, lower vibration, that slows things down. So the more you release these lower small t truths rooted in fear, these expectations and rules around relationship, romantic relationship, the more your love vibration goes up, the faster things come and the faster it comes in for you. So it's like, in a way, your spirit guides are saying, this is the freedom, because we don't want to continue to do what we've always done and get what we always got, right? We're ready. Things are slowing down so that you can raise your love vibration. And as you do, then you'll draw in someone who is so different than you've had before, someone who matches that vibration. So that one. So hopefully that helps. They didn't give you an exact when, because I feel like it's all dependent upon how much energy you put into raising your love vibration is the speed at which it comes. So um, opportunity is wide open. So hopefully that helps, Momo. Thank you again for being a new subscriber, and many blessings to you. All right. Well, we've reached the final reading. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I will be back next Friday for free readings. um, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you want anything sooner, if you become one of my YouTube channel members, we get together Wednesday nights, both of my levels of members. Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. And we're together a couple hours, unlimited readings, like restricted to one. We just hang out and pull cards and talk all things of spirit. Then my Praying Mantis get a special session on Thursday for a few hours. And then Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons after those sessions, also at least an hour with that too. And you get advanced access to all of the videos that I put out. And on Fridays and Saturdays, my monthly YouTube channel members, if they put a question in and I don't get to the free readings, I always come back on to finish all donations and those too. So if you're interested, there's a link down below about that. And then I also have personal readings if you want to really dive deep. Those go really deep. And so there's another link for that down below too. All right. Sorry, went off on my little spiel there. So KVH. Thank you. Lastly, but not leastly, like a general reading. So let's take a look here and see what the Spirit wants you to know right now. Okay. I do want you to know that and that. All right. So, wow, I like this. So you're on this wonderful ending of an old cycle with the Fool card. It's the first card in the Major Arcana. The last card in the Major Arcana is the World card, which is an ending of a significant cycle, a beginning of a new adventure that's coming in. So it's something that's more free of restriction and limitation. It's like a child before they're told all the rules. They're like, wow, the world is my oyster. Anything is possible out there. And I'm not trying to control things. I'm just on this adventure of allowing my heart to lead me. Then you have the King of Hearts, who rules over the suit of hearts with the Queen, but also gets swords behind the scenes. And this represents a balancing of the head and the heart. I like this, that the kind of prominent energy is the heart, though. And I just feel like what Spirit wants you to know is on this adventure, getting out of your head and getting into your heart. When the mind leads, it's very existential, like it's about existing. All right, I'm existing, but the heart wants to live, not just exist. And I feel like you're on this adventure. If you'll follow your heart and follow your joy, it's a big theme for today. Follow your joy, follow your heart. Close your eyes, get out of your head, focus on your heart chakra, your heart energy. Where does it want to lead you? Where do you want to go next? What brings you joy? What makes you feel this, beautiful, beautiful, like joy just from your cells forward, and follow that. If you're trying to make a decision and you're wondering what to do, it's close your eyes and what does your heart tell you? And follow that, because your heart knows the way. And I like that for you. All right. So many blessings to you, KVH. Hopefully that helps you. Actually, I feel like I want to give you, since you're the last reading, I'm going to give you one of these Akashic Record Oracle cards too. They're a little short and sweet message. So we'll end with this. And for anyone else that this resonates with that's listening right now. Oh, look at that. Fresh start, perfect full card energy. And it says, you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Wow. I love it. All right. As I said, as soon as I'm done here, it'll be just a sec. I'll post a comment listing the order in which the readings were completed, so you can go find your reading more easily. And until I see you guys again, remember, every second of every day of your lives, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Cosmic Father, the Cosmic Mother, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy your week, enjoy your moments, and take care of yourselves. Have fun. We'll see you soon.